What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? We're getting started here today. We're gonna get this perfection playthrough wrapped up, hopefully. So we are now day 3 of summer year 4. So I made it through the rest of the year, not make anywhere near enough gold. I'm about halfway there now to get into perfection. So we should have, yeah, we got our first harvest of the year here. And then we were going full ham on winemaking. I got my shed upgraded to a big shed, and I put in a second shed. And what I've been doing is selling just the non improved fruit. So the silver and gold stars I've been selling, and then the regular ancient fruit I've been turning into wine. But I think I'm gonna up that and start doing everything into wine, or not everything, but at least fill up. I haven't been able to fill up all of my kegs with just wine, so yeah, anyway, we are plugging along here. We should be able to get to that cutscene today, though. I don't think it's going to take very long, actually. Then again, I thought I was going to finish it last stream, too, so well, we'll find out. We lost a spot there, too. God dang it. Do I have any seeds on me? I do not. I'll grab one. Well, what up, Panda Bear? How you doing? I'm doing good. I'm dragging a little bit today. I don't know. I got plenty of sleep last night, but just having a tough time getting going here today. Not enough coffee in the world to get the job done today, it seems. The field is laid out just terribly, too. Oh, man, I got coffee. You know that. I'm actually working on my third one right now. And when I say I'm having a coffee, I'm actually having a quadruple espresso. So yeah, I got some mad caffeine going. It's just my tolerance is so crazy high for caffeine now. I love iced coffee, yeah. I definitely like me some iced coffee in the summer for sure. We're not quite to iced coffee season here yet, but we're getting close. Getting close. And still no coffee bean. So... I mean, I haven't seen anything about saying that it changed it at the Traveling Merchant. But I'm at year 4 now, and still have not gotten a coffee bean. Yeah, I mean, coffee is very addicting. There's no doubt. A lot of people that drink heavy amounts of caffeine have, like, massive headache problems and stuff when they don't have it. It is definitely that away. So many ancient fruit. That 50 mil is a big number to get to, you know? I mean, I'll no doubt get to it, but, like, I looked at my Now, on my main save, that's like on year 15 or whatever, I don't really care about the money anymore because I've got so much. But I'm only sitting at like 60 million on that playthrough. And that's at year 15. But, I mean, I've probably blew 5 years just getting perfection. Because of getting the various recipes and everything else. But we're just about halfway there now, so... And, you know, the money keeps... It's a steamroll now. It keeps growing and growing and growing. It actually isn't growing anymore. Now it's a set amount based on how many ancient fruit I get each harvest. Or how many normal ones. But like I said, I think I'm gonna... Just to get this closed out quicker, I think I'm gonna make... if I don't have enough regular ancient fruit, I will throw silver star ones in there and make wine. Because ancient fruit wine is still better than a silver star ancient fruit as far as the sale price. Shoot, I should have came over here first, actually. Because I can't rotate back and forth like I was doing. I have to come over and... Or I have to go back and get the wine cooking. Or I could have just did that before I came over. That was probably the way to do it. Do it before I came over. I'll know for next time. I could buy one of those return scepters, but that's 2 million gold. It'll slow the process down a little bit. And of course, I still don't have a teleporter to get over here either. I should have just did that stuff, because now, in hindsight, looking back at it, I thought I was going to get finished sooner than I did. And that stuff would be real nice to have. Because I've run back and forth and taken that boat ride so many times now. Well, it's not about... It's about the champion score. The bottom of the barrel C9 gear is going to be not as good as top end C8 gear. You know? It's just about that score. So super low rolls will get you there. I mean, even, I think wine even sells more than a gold fruit, to be honest. I'll have to look at it. I'm pretty sure it does. Get out the way, Mr. Mayor. I got wine to make out here. It's a shame it's not juice. Then I could call it a juice factory. If only it was juice. So yeah, then we head in here. We actually got a shitload of unupgraded ancient fruit that time. It's a lot of wine, though. It's a nice haul now. Every harvest. I definitely got enough to fill the barrels with just regular fruit too. Last time I didn't have enough non-starred fruit. All right, and then we got another room. I can rip all those trees out at the beach now because I'm not going to put a third in. It looks like it's so many kegs, but in our reality, it's not really that much. What, I've gone through about 200 so far? Like 200 ancient fruit? Alright, we got a big old fat winery going here now. I'm sure I missed some kegs, but it's all good. And then we'll throw the rest in here. Grab my truffles. And let's see what we got. Throw these batteries, or that battery in there too. $1.6. So yeah, even a gold star ancient fruit only sells for 900, where ancient fruit wine sells for 1650. Actually, I could respec now that I'm doing the wine, but the fruit is just so much more. Right now, how I'm spec'd, I'm getting 10% increased sale price of the fruit, but I could go 40% increase sale price of the wine, but it's not going to make up, I don't feel like. I don't feel like it's going to make up the difference. I think another shed might be the way, but I just don't want to do another shed. I'm at 21 now. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. All right, so what do we want to do? I could put in more winemaking area. Let's see, let's grab the... Let's get just... I mean, we don't necessarily even need it in a shed. I could just put it anywhere. Grab all of these guys. Chop this hardwood tree down, because I definitely don't need any hardwood here anymore. All right. See how many I got here now. We can just throw rando ones down. I got enough for 44. Copper, iron, and more wood. It's not enough for very many. Need more iron. I do not. You wouldn't like the music I listen to anyway, I assure you. I listen to a lot of hardcore. I don't like most mainstream pop music. Listen to a lot of old punk. Alright, I think I need to break down and go buy some coal. Let's head over and buy some coal here. What up, Dave? Trying out Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord? Like old hardcore punk is what I generally listen to. If you went and fired the car up right now, it would probably be like Minor Threat or the Bad Brains or something like that that came on. That's not... The Sex Pistols stuff is definitely not hardcore. But I do like the old Sex Pistols stuff. Nah, that's all the... There was two kind of punk kids back in the 80s, Dave. The kind that could kick your ass and the kind that got their ass kicked. The kind that got their ass kicked listened to the Dead Kennedys. The kind that could kick your ass listened to like Minor Threat, the Bad Brains, stuff like that. You were born in 84? Yeah, I'm a little bit, I'm not even a generation, but I'm definitely a few years older than you. That's how you defined 70s and 80s era punk, though. I was definitely amongst the much more aggressive group. I wonder if I do some preserves jars, too. Yeah, you know, I need a lot more coal to do this. Preserve jars would actually be way cheaper. It wouldn't be as much money. What do I need for those now? It's just wood, stone, and coal. I got tons of wood and stone. I don't have enough coal, though. Yeah, it wasn't crap. Let me go buy some more coal. I mean, that'll increase the cash a little bit. Ever play War for the Overworld? Is that the one with the ants? Or am I thinking of something else? Dungeon Keeper 3? No, I haven't played that one. I probably would enjoy it, though. I do like the Dungeon Keeper games. The Dungeons games and the Dungeon Keeper games. I've enjoyed both of them. Spiritual successor on Steam, that's fair. No, I have not played it. Too many grind games, Dave. You know how it is. You know how I end up doing it. Well, there's 30 anyway. That's a step up. Alright, well there will be a few more produce anyway. Now I'm out of what? Looks like I'm out of wood. I could go buy wood and make more of the little preserves bins. Running low on stone too, though. I don't want to spend all my gold. I think it'll be worth it. Burn some days here. Friday. I'm not even going to bother with the coffee now. It's too late for me to care. Let's go until Tuesday, and then I'll run up and get more of those made. That way I'm good to go. I need 18 million more gold. I mean, this wood is free, but I gotta chop it. I still haven't gone in and turned in the rest of the masteries yet either. I need to do that at some point. Sorry, carpenter lady, but all your trees belong to me now. Oh, you know what? I could also start liquidating too. Like all of those prismatics and stuff I have. I mean, I probably got 1 million gold worth of crap just sitting in my chest. I might be aggressive. How much wood was that? Only 350. Not exactly killing it. Yeah, it's only 50 wood per. That's expensive. Definitely quite pricey. Oh no. She's not open? She's off doing yoga, I bet. Dang it. Few more preserve jars anyway. Or no, out of stone now too. I'd have to buy wood and stone. I think I'll just throw down what I've got for now. I should have put those lengthwise, huh? Oops. Good enough for now. Blue. There you go. Well, I mean, you got to pick the icon you like, you know. They're going to be nerfing the gold gain from AP reset soon, so a lot of the motivation to keep doing it will be gone. Oops. Guess might as well love on the piggy while we're in here. Yeah, I got mixed emotions on those artisan goods. I think the math just works out better where it's better to take the 10% fruit instead of the 40% artisan. I forgot to replant that one spot I was missing too. Oh well. Not the end of the world. So I think what we'll do is we'll make the wine and the jam here first. And then I'll head over to Ginger Island, and then I can just sleep over there. That'll save me a trip every cycle. I mean, it takes a while just to harvest all this crap. All right. Nope. Nope. I forgot the greenhouse and I forgot up here. So not quite there yet. All right, 691. That's more than enough. Yeah, man, I know being in a tavern is nice. I'm surprised they haven't done that sooner, to be honest. They probably were wanting to encourage people to go out into town to hope and try to encourage the multiplayer. DD2 has always had the issue of people not playing together. So it's a co-op game that everyone plays as a single-player game. It's always really been that way. It's worse now than it was before, but it's always been heavily weighted that way. And like that was with a lot of times, well, I mean, making the Onslaught system where it is, how it is now, was done like that to encourage multiplayer play. See if we can break 2 mil this time. I gotta look again and see where I'm at too. Well, it just doesn't really matter because so much of the player base never goes into town. You know, and now that Mana Node's not into town, even less of the player base is going to go into town. You know? So, I mean, realistically, they could probably get rid of 2 of the servers and only have just the US East server. I mean, for the small player base, I think they could very easily do that. All right. Yeah, but I mean, if they removed US West and EU, there would be more people in town, but there wouldn't be enough people in town where it made a difference, I don't think, as far as people actually playing together. Might help the economy a little. Because so many people don't ever do the server bouncing thing to look at shops. All right, hopefully this is over 2 mil. Let's find out. 258 wine. That'll be a nice little chunk. Still not over 2 mil. Wow. I think now it might be in my best interest to do the artisan goods thing, though. Well, let's see. I can always switch back. Let's head over and we'll swap our spec out of the crop selling and into the artisan goods. If I do that, I'm definitely going to want to do more wine or jam or whatever. Oop, guess I can just go down right here and do that. Let's see. It's only 10,000 gold. So it's under farming. Do I grab all this wood while I'm down here, or do I just buy it? I need a bunch of stone, too. What do I need for the kegs again? It would be nice to at least have 6 more kegs. Iron, 6 copper. Where did I put my copper bars? Did I put them in the wrong spot? I must have put them in the wrong spot. Yeah. Six iron I do not have, so I'm gonna have to cook some iron. Let's go out and buy a couple of stacks of wood and a couple of stacks of stone, maybe. The wine, I think, is going to be worth more than the jam, but the jam is preserved barrels are going to be a lot cheaper to make. Closed on Thursdays. What the hell? Go ahead and burn the day here. Alright, so... Actually, it looks like we can take both. We can take the crops worth 10% more and the artisan. We lose the 10% grow faster. I think the artisan goods might be better now. Since I'm making so much stuff, though. We're going to have to go until Wednesday to find out, but I want to get some more, more barrels and stuff made. For the ancient fruit, I don't think the 10% grow speed is going to matter. I think it's still going to be a 7-day cycle. Find some trees to chop. Or I could go up to the quarry while we're waiting for her to open. What's going on there, Mr. Mamby? You're not late at all. Really, I'm just going through the finishing touches here. I gotta get to 39 million gold. I'm at 22. So I got a little ways to go yet to hit the perfection status. But I wanted to get this series all wrapped up here. Haven't been up here in a while, huh? Man, I need bombs for that. That's just irritating. Get some bombs here real quick. Homie's got some bombs for me. What? I never unlocked him? Oh, there we go. I guess I never came over to him. No bomb running for me. That should be plenty. Ah, that's fair. It is fair. Enjoy the lurk. Let's do this the old-fashioned way here. The good old-fashioned way. Dude, hopefully I don't take too much damage. That's how you mine your quarry, y'all. That is how you do it right there. Oh, I'm out of bombs. That's alright, that's clear enough. How much was that? That's 400 stones. And damn near a stack of wood. That's crazy. I'm still gonna buy a full stack, I think. Full stack of each. Might as well up it so I got 2 full stacks while we're here. I don't have to think about it anymore. Good enough. Didn't spend too terrible of an amount. And now we can get a shitload more jam, and we can get those 6 more wine barrels down as well. Alright, so let's start off with the kegs. We need the oak resin. There is those 6. And then we want to spend everything else on these guys. I don't know how many I want, though. Probably as many as I can afford. So how many is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 20. It's 26, so I would need 21 more. Can I make 21 more? No, I can make 14 more. I ran out of wood again. God dang it. Just run out and buy some more. Do I have enough coal? I actually only have enough coal left for 2, so I need to buy more coal as well. No, it's the ancient fruit. Like, as soon as I started getting more and more and more ancient fruit down, the amount of gold per harvest just shot way, way up. The cranberries do pretty decent, but they were, like, I don't remember how much. Like, the whole field was, like, 500,000, where, like, the whole field of cranberries is, like, 1.5 million. Or pardon me. The whole field of ancient fruit was like 1.5 million. The whole field of cranberries was like 500,000. The cranberries do pop earlier, so you get more harvests, but it's just not anywhere near as much overall. Alright, screw it. Let's buy some wood too. That's a lot of wood now. That's 4 stacks of wood I bought, basically. That's good. And still, it just barely puts a dent in your gold. That stuff is cheap once you start getting into the millions. When you're banking millions. Alright, so how many more of these do we even want? Seven more to fill the row. Oop. Coal, that's right. God dang it, I forgot to get the coal. Don't even have enough coal to cook anything. We don't have to run too far for the coal, though, thankfully. We can just take the shortcut. What's up, dude? Coal is expensive. I hate buying too much of this. 250 a pop. That's only what? It was like $1.5 million for a stack. Hopefully this is worth it. what to say. If I can get over 2 million in crops and goods per harvest, I think it'll be worth it. Is that right? I'm not sure that's right. Yep, it was right. Wait. All right, so there's a shitload of jam. We got some more wine. I mean, we're going to have a ton of stuff cooking now. We won't see it on this next harvest because I sold all the fruit, so I don't have any fruit to throw in there right now. We got to get till Wednesday. Uh-oh. Oh, man, what a shitty day to be a harvest day. The green rain on harvest day. Looks like I got a lot of the field covered, though, so maybe I won't have to deal with too much of it. Shitload of truffles. Get all the piggy love going in here. I don't want these guys getting mad and not digging me up any truffles. Crap, I should have checked my lightning rods, make sure I got plenty of them free. Let me run up and look real quick. I don't want to end up losing anything because I don't have enough lightning rods. Yeah, that could have potentially been bad because this is going to be a long day. And we're going to sell those too. Just to keep all the cash flowing we can. Man, windy today. I can hear shit, tree branches slapping the side of the house. The music is not permanently on. And I was having an issue with my music player, because normally I just let the Stardew soundtrack just play, just loop in the background. But since I was having issue with my music player, I had to turn it off. And then the in-game music is just not, it's not constant. It would be pretty awesome if there was a setting for that. But there is not. All right, what do we got? We got 563. See if this was worth it, switching over to the 40% artisan goods. I'm pretty sure it is going to be worth it. Hopefully I didn't miss too many spots. So this payday will be off because I didn't have all the items filled However, I still use the same amount of fruit to fill all the items. So this won't be the big payday. The next payday should be fairly huge. Let's get over and do Ginger Island. Oh, shit. Oh, no. I screwed up my timing. I didn't get over to Ginger Island fast enough. I don't have the teleport. That's unfortunate. I guess we'll just bump it back till Thursday now. Or do I want to keep them on a split cycle? I mean, it took me the entire day to just harvest that field and plant those. So maybe I want to take it to a Thursday cycle instead. So I'm going to save all this and go to bed because I want to see what it is this week total. I'm not going to sell yet. I'll sell tomorrow after I do Ginger Island. And then, like I said, the preserves, I think, are only 3 days, where the wine takes 7 days. So I could do more preserves, which would actually be the way to go. Clear these out so we don't have any lightning issues. Not very much of that jam, huh? I'm gonna have to see what it sells for. But if I can do it every 3 days... Gotta wait for the shop to open here at 8. Oh yeah, it's a shitload of fruit. That is for certain. Guess I could catch a fish while I'm here. A little late. I probably could have caught 5 fish. I tell you, it makes me wish I would have gotten the teleporter in. This is just, it's a whole lot more back and forth than I originally pictured it. That teleporter would have added just massive convenience. And then I would never be gated by Willie's opening hours to get in on the ship. I'm not sure that the jam is 3 days. It might be 5 days or something like that. I know it doesn't take as long as the wine does. What's up, Cassie? Jelly Explosion. I do a webcam all the time. If you watch my videos, you will see that happen quite frequently. It doesn't work real well with Stardew Valley because I use a green screen. just doesn't look real clean. What up, Meg? How you doing? Alright, so I think I saved these, right? There's no point in staying over here now because these are on a day later rotation. I could save them and do the jam, but I wanted to see... I guess I'll just save the non-ancients. I don't remember if the jam is 3 days or 5 days, though. Well, yeah, it's normally when I use it is on the Dungeon Defenders videos. If you've watched any of my Dungeon Defenders videos lately, I've used it quite frequently. Those. I just got a new one about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. My buddy SciTech sent me one. My old webcam was a hunk of shit, so that I hadn't used a webcam for probably 2 years or so, and then just started again a few weeks ago. All right, let's see what we got. Actually, there's 264 of those. That's more than enough. I'm going to save these for the jam, and let's see when it pops. It might pop on Saturday. If it pops on Saturday, it would be perfect. I can do it. Okay, that was 1.8 mil. It wasn't even including everything. The jelly doesn't sell for anywhere near as much as the wine, but it still sells for quite a bit more than even a gold regular fruit. So it's worth doing it, for sure. Because I definitely do not want to go into year 5. I want to get this playthrough wrapped up, you know? So what did I say? Saturday? Let's check it Saturday. Yep. It's there. So I can do... I can do the jam every Saturday and Wednesday. There's one day, skip day in there, but I'm not going to worry about min-maxing it that hard. I should start at the bottom on these. It's hard to see the row when the row below it has product in it. Alright, so that's another 100K plus right there. Shit, almost 200K. Grab these batteries. We're just going to sell those too. I'm in liquidating stage now to try to get through the last big goal here. So now we go through till Wednesday. So Wednesday we'll do the main field and all the artisan goods. Thursday we'll go over to Ginger Island and loot it. Stupid owl. I got another owl statue, sounds like. Right. Hopefully that owl statue didn't break anything. The way the field is laid out, too, I'm sure I'm not, like, walking it in an optimal route, you know? the next time on Saturday or tomorrow on Thursday when I go over to Ginger Island. A good vacation place? It depends on what kind of vacation you want. I mean, like a lot of people here where I live go down to Mexico and go to like Cabo San Lucas, or it's getting a little, the organized crime is starting to get a little heavy down there. Where the organized crime has mostly stayed away from Baja California. So Cabo had always been a fairly safe-ish place to go. And you don't have to worry about the crime. But now they're starting to move into that area as well. But additionally, my mother-in-law moved up here now. She lives with us. And that was one of the reasons we always went to Cabo. It was because we had a place to stay, you know. And international travel sucks now. It's so expensive. But we used to go to Europe a lot. I've got family in Europe. I got a sister I haven't seen in ages now that's in Brussels. But just haven't seen her in, 10 years. It's just gotten so expensive to travel internationally. But we haven't taken a vacation in a long time now, you know? I'm way overdue, but vacations are so expensive, and just everything got so expensive over the last 10 years, you know? It's hard to do too much. The YouTube money isn't even enough to pay the bills, more or less be able to save up for vacation. I still have to go Uber driving to fill in, you know? It would be awesome, though. The wife would be pretty stoked. We also have animals that need to be cared for now, too, that we didn't have before. Yeah, the costs are just absurd, you know? It doesn't work like that. You can have, how many subs you have on YouTube doesn't really matter. Now, subs correlates to views, but YouTube is all about the advertising money. YouTube doesn't give you anything. They give you a cut of the advertising revenue that they make. But it's, you know, they don't, like, pay you any big contracts or anything like that. I mean, if you're some huge streamer or whatever, they might give you some kind of exclusivity contract. Like, Dr. Disrespect probably got a contract from YouTube when he came back over to YouTube. But it's all about the number of views you get. To live in the United States and have enough, make enough money to, like, just earn a modest living and have a couple dollars every month left over to put away for something special or whatever, you'd have to get about 1 million views a month. And then, even with that, it fluctuates. Like 1 million views in, you know, say February is nothing compared to what you get for 1 million views in December, you know? Because it's all about the advertising revenue. So when the advertising revenue goes up, your income goes up too for that month. So the biggest advertising time of the year, of course, is around the holidays. Around the Christmas holiday in the U.S. Getting there. Baby steps. There, I think I'm set up pretty good now for making money, though. But yeah, I mean, there's channels that have 1 million subscribers that get less views than I do. So I make more than them. But there's also channels with half as many subscribers that get 10 times more views than I do. You know, and it's all based off of the number of views. Like, literally. It's a straight per 1,000 views dollar amount that you get. Guess I wasn't done with the crop shed. I thought I was. Come out and these guys are staring at me. Well, I mean, Canada would be the same. If I lived, like, down in Mexico, or, like, somewhere outside of Thailand and Southeast Asia, I would make enough money now to pay my bills. But living in the United States gets pricey. We actually thought about that. We had thought about going down to Mexico for a few years. But then my mother-in-law decided to move up here. Jeez. So much wine and jam and whatnot. What am I doing? Wrong place. That is not a greenhouse at all. There's a greenhouse. But yeah, with the vacation side too, like we always lived in an apartment or a really small house or whatever. So we never had, I mean, we had pets, but we never had, like we've got actual farm animals now. So you can't just leave, you know? So that's also an issue with just taking a conventional vacation now too. Right now, we've got 5 dogs and 8 chickens, but next week we're going to have either 2 or 4 lambs or baby sheep added into the mix, too. I don't know. I can't really call them sheep because I'm going to eat them before they become sheep. They're going to be in the freezer before sheep stage, I assure you. All right, did I get everything out? Okay, that was only 1.6 million, but that, of course, is not the whole field. That's all of Ginger Island left out, and then I get that midweek jam as well. All right. So now we got to go over to Ginger Island. And I'm going to look, too, at the perfection rating because it constantly changes. Like, if I do something in the game and I earn, 1 more point, well, that's 500,000 less that I need to get to my end goal, I'm looking forward to it. The freezer full of lamb, because I really like lamb. We wanted to do some cows, but it's, it's a lot bigger deal breaking into a cow. Like if you have a sheep and the sheep gets out, you can go over, pick it up, and throw it in the back of the truck. No big deal, you have a cow and the cow gets out, oh man, you're gonna have a rough day. But yeah, we thought about getting cows. Lamb is just really good. I mean, it's just super, super tasty to me. Plus, that's an animal that you can buy early in the spring, and then you can harvest it early in the winter on the same year. So there's not a big, massive wait with the turnaround. You know, where like a cow, to get the most out of a cow, you buy it in the spring. You wouldn't harvest it for like 15 months or 18 months or whatever. You gotta wait for it. The previous owner had cows, so I mean the property is set up for cows. We just have not jumped into that venture yet. The sheep will be a good learning experience for us because you know none of us have that. This is all new. Like I'm learning how to care for them off of YouTube videos, etc. So baby steps. You know, maybe the field is actually big enough to hold like I don't know, probably 25 full-grown sheep. So I mean, we could get easily 20 lambs if we wanted to and it all worked out. But then you also have to get into licensing and all that stuff because the government's going to want their cut. And I just don't know how all that works, you know? That's something that the wife and I really should think about probably at some point, though. It's 5 acres, but it's 5 acres with a small house on it. And the previous owner had as many as 10 cows at a time. So, I mean, I figure if it could handle 10 cows, it could easily handle 20 sheep or lamb. We would, but the problem is it's you know, we want to do it for we're not necessarily doing it for to try to turn it into a business. We're doing it for the food, you know? And like I'm not wanting to like goats. I mean, can you make a living off of goats or can you commercially like the sheep you can sell or you can shear and sell the wool. You got to make the seeds, Cassie. Once you get I don't remember what farming level it is, but once you get your farming level to a certain point, you you get a seed maker that you unlock, and you make the seeds. But yeah, the other deal with goats here too is although I know internationally it's very common to eat goats. I've actually had goat before. In the U.S., goat meat is not popular. So you wouldn't be able to like raise goats for the meat. It wouldn't sell. You'd have to eat it all yourself. Where if you had lambs, you could raise lambs for the meat, and the meat would sell. Like the entire oh wow, that was 284,000 just for that. Now the Saturday haul will be the lowest every week. So we got the big haul on Wednesdays. A small one on Thursdays, and then I'm assuming it's going to be an even smaller one on Saturdays, but let's see here. I'm going to keep just selling these batteries too. I got a bunch of them saved. Let's see how much we make off this jam. Once you get the seed maker, you do. Like every fruit that you put into a seed maker, will make between between 0, because it can give you a trash seed too, but normally it's between 1 and 3 seeds. And then each plant, for the stuff I'm growing anyway, will produce, like these plants here are producing the entire year. So like way I'm set up now, I need 1,500 seeds once per year, but I only have to do it one time. All right, let's see what we get. The Saturday haul may end up being the second biggest. Let's look. Oh, it's about the same. It's slightly more than the Thursday haul, I think. Anyway, wasn't it 250,000 on the Thursday? But prior to that, Cassie, you buy the seeds from the. I usually just go to the general store. Like before I get to this stage with the ancient fruit, I do strawberries in the. Oh, it's 288K, so about the same. Anyway, I transitioned to strawberries by the end of the first spring. Then I do blueberries for the summer. Then cranberries for the fall. And then ideally by that point, I'm starting to work on the greenhouse, and I get ancient fruit going in there. And then I use the seeds that I make from the ancient fruit in the greenhouse to make all these other crops. That way I can fill my entire field with ancient fruit just on the first of each year. And then that's it. It's a lot less active. You end up sleeping through a bunch of days. But it's just crazy efficient, you know? And then you can automate all this too. You can't automate the planting. You always have to go out and do the planting. But you can automate the harvesting with Junimos. It's just it's expensive, and I'm trying to get specifically to that 39 mil, you know? Or I gotta look. It might be 37 or 36 mil by now. Like, I might be closer to that, I think. I mean, I'm being optimistic. It's probably still the same. I don't know if I've earned any more perfection rating just from doing the things that I've been doing. I keep forgetting to look. Tomorrow, got to go to Ginger Island, so I'll look while I'm over there. I like potatoes. I'm Irish, man. I was born in Northern Ireland. I was raised off of potatoes. Let me tell you, I had my fair share of taters growing up. We moved to the U.S. when I was very young. My mom and dad split up, and my mom had a job offer at the time at University of Baltimore in Maryland. She ended up moving up from that and making it over to Georgetown University. And then she retired from there. we also had the benefit of already being American citizens. That too. I mean, obviously that helped. It was a seamless move. I have dual citizenship. The U.S. and the U.K. Yeah. Yeah, I pretty much was raised in Washington, D.C. for the most part. Like those super influential teenage years, I was in Washington, D.C. through all of that. So that was where I grew up, no doubt. My first job was in Baltimore, Maryland. And I had to take a train to get over to Baltimore. And that kind of sucked. Because the trains are not as good as... It's not like trains in Europe. I used to, but now it's super expensive, so I don't have any opportunities to. That and my mom travels. She spends like, she lived in Georgetown and Washington D.C. for 30 years of her life. So she's got a lot of really close friends in D.C. So her house is in Northern Ireland, but she spends several months every year in D.C. She stays with one of her wealthier friends there. So I still get to see my mom just by going to D.C. and I don't have to go to Ireland. But my sister went the other route. She ended up moving where I stayed in the U.S. My mom went back to Northern Ireland. My sister at the time was working a job in Brussels. And she was there for several years, and she liked it. So afterwards, she just stayed in Brussels. Yeah. Well, I mean, these were people, like I said, she spent, 25, 30 years of her life around with. Yeah, I got family all over the place. And then my mom's brother, my uncle, he moved to the Netherlands. And I've always had a good time going to the Netherlands to visit. He owns a restaurant in Amsterdam. And the good thing about visiting him is it's a restaurant and a bar. And I actually bartended a lot. So like in my younger days, I could go visit him, and if I ran out of money, he would let me take a couple of shifts at his bar, bartending. So that was awesome, being a young person traveling. Did I do all that wine already, or did I skip it? I'm like, how did I get this whole thing done so fast this time? Did I not do the wine? Oh, I didn't do the wine. That makes sense. But we haven't been in a long time. We've got close friends or family throughout Europe, though. So, I mean, I've got friends that have been lifelong friends since I was a child, that our families are friends that live in northern Italy, just north of Milan. And we can go there, too. The food. I enjoy the food, but in my younger years, I enjoyed all the ladies over there too, who were always very eager to meet young American men. And it was good. Obviously, can't get away with that shit now, but yeah. I mean, so that was that, and with it being, it used to be so cheap to travel from the U.S. to any major city in Europe that I'd go every year, you know. But the that was only 1.5 million that time. Did I miss something? I feel like that should have been more money. I've had duck. I don't really like duck, and I think a big part of that is probably like I don't think I've ever had really, really good, well prepared duck. I think every time I've had duck, the the cook. Oh shit! I never did my greenhouse. All right, well, the greenhouse is on Ginger Island Day now. I gotta remember that. That's why the profits were low. I think I did everything else. I better take a look around. I did some derping that time. Looks like I got everything here. You don't like duck? I've never had duck that I liked. Ever. And I've had it a bunch of different times, you know. When I lived duck is a big thing on the Pacific Northwest. When I lived over by the coast, there was always a lot of like fresh duck. A lot of the employees and stuff at the casino were all duck hunters, and you know, they were big time into it. So we would have people bringing us, you know, bringing duck all the time into work. But I don't think any of that was like some kind of expert preparation or anything. You know what I mean? And since I don't like it, if I go to a restaurant or whatever, I'm not going to order it. So I've never had it like prepared at a high end restaurant or anything like that. It's weird. They were all into duck eggs too. It was super popular over at the coast here. It probably is popular more places, but it was super popular when I lived over at the coast, all the way down through Oregon. Like if you had a chicken coop or chickens, you also had ducks, and they were for the duck eggs. And I didn't really like duck eggs either. People love them. They're so rich compared to a chicken egg. It was like, I don't know, more protein or whatever. They always upset my stomach a little bit. Now we got our own chickens. So we got us some yummy ass eggs now, man. And these chickens here, man, they put out some nice eggs. My wife takes care of the coop. Takes care of the chickens, and she keeps it super, super clean. And the chickens are all super, super clean. And they've got, like, way more space than they deserve as far as, like, grass to go pick through and eat and everything during the day. So we got some pretty happy chickens. And I mean, more eggs than we can eat. We constantly have to give them away. I've never tried it, but I've seen it before. Just enormous ostrich egg. Let me go check the perfection. I'm at 28 mil now. I mean, I might be getting pretty close. Let's see. I could actually go buy some perfection waivers while I'm here. How far off are we? We need the same amount. So I got to buy 78 perfection worth of waivers. They're 500,000 each, so I'm still at 39 million. I've made no progress on perfection just doing the crops. Duck eggs were tasty, but like I said, I don't know if I just wasn't used to it or what, but they're like very, very rich tasting. It's hard to explain. But then they would, like I said, they'd make my stomach upset. What do I use on the reflect beam? I use my reflect beam as full-on support. So I use it to reflect, and I also use it to hold my pylons. So I've got destructive pylon, range pylon, and a health pylon, all on my reflect beams. So they handle. Plus, I got anti-heal on them. So anytime you need anti-heal, they're going to be there. You know. On the buff beam, I use destruction, boosted beam, and diffusion for the range boost. Which, if you didn't care about the range and you wanted to go full power, you would use any other third shard. You could use vampiric. You could use crit damage. You kind of do whatever you want. All right. Off to Saturday. $315K that time. Well, the werewolf I use for pure survivability. So automation, juggernaut, and I can't remember off the top of my head what the third is. Somebody in chat probably knows what I'm using as the third. Juggernaut, automation, and oh, I'm using the werewolf shard. The one that gives every chance hit a chance to not take damage. And then in your reflect beam, you've always got the option to use shattering torpedo as well. And then that will provide earth damage if you're looking for a petrify combo. So if you got another source of poison, you can use that as your earth damage. It's only going to petrify right at your wall, but like in Chaos 10, you just don't use, you don't really have to use any sort of petrify or whatever. Now, I don't go auto repair because automation heal. I might actually switch to auto repair now. Since the range got nerfed in the last update. I made 300,000 that time too. It's not a bad idea. But for the most part, with the exception of like some periodic wave ones, the werewolf normally lives without having auto repair. Like, I mean, I've had a couple of sketchy first waves where I had to go over and throw a repair on it mid-wave. But it's pretty rare most of the time. Yeah, I like rice. I definitely like some rice. I'm not super picky, really, with food. The best food is the food you don't have to cook. So, whatever the wife tells me for dinner, I'm having for dinner is just fine with me. Well, of course I've had egg fried rice. I'm sure I think everyone everywhere in the world has had egg fried rice. It's completely delish. I absolutely love it. It's my preferred way of eating rice. Not really. I think because, to be honest with you, I think because I was a casino blackjack and craps dealer for so long, you just get real used to talking to anybody about any random old thing. That's why my streams are always so much more about kind of, it's almost like a just chatting stream or whatever. I just happen to be playing a video game in the background, you know? So it doesn't, I mean, nothing really catches me off guard as far as what people want to talk about, you know? It's like, yeah, whatever. It's all good. Well, I mean, a wall is supposed to be a wall. It's not, the damage that a werewolf does is trivial. Compared to what a damaging defense does. So, by going full survivability on a werewolf and just ignoring the damage aspect of it, the attacks are just there for him to heal himself. Just that alone is, I think, the most efficient way to use it. A lot of people try to focus on the damage, and they make the werewolf do 2 or 3 times more damage, and it's still just nothing compared to what your normal DPS defenses do, you know? No, Chaos 9 is a gear check for sure, but you don't have to be completely decked. If you have the Lavamancer, Chaos 9 is going to be real easy for you. Like, not every tier, but a lot of the tiers have, you know, like Chaos 6. If you have the EV, Chaos 6 is going to be real easy for you. Chaos 8, if you have the Mercenary, Chaos 8 is going to be real easy for you. Or the Dryad, for that matter. The Dryad applies to all tiers, too. Well, in Chaos 9, the Lavamancer has that Fisher of Embermount mod, and it makes it so a not super powerful build can easily carry any map that has long lanes, because that damage is going to tickle the enemy through the entire run, even with a 1 out of 10 mod on it. It's just going to tick all the way down, you know? And it makes dealing with Chaos 9 quite easy. So, although those tiers, Chaos 8 is like the first gear check in the game. And then Chaos 9 is the next big gear check in the game. Chaos 10, in my opinion, is a little easier to break into. Like Chaos 10, if you have any decent wall setup, you're going to be able to break into the tier in Chaos 9 gear real easy. But these aren't till tomorrow, that's right. I think most players that are just starting the game, they struggle getting into Chaos 2 because one of the reasons there is the entirety of the game up until that point, Flamears were so incredibly good. And people, you know, they're a starting hero, no investment required. It's just easy modes through the entire game up until that point. And then when you keep using them, you start to really struggle in Chaos 2, and I think that throws a ton of people off because they're a little resistant to change or whatever, or they just want to use what they've been using. So I think a lot of people leave the game at that point, and then Chaos 5, of course, brings the assassins, and people that are used to never dying are now dying constantly every wave. And that gets a lot of people too. And then after that, it's the kind of the gear checks. You know, it becomes the game just after Chaos 7, not until after Chaos 8 if you have a group to play with. But if you're playing solo, like after Chaos 7, the game starts to get kind of grindy. And a lot of people aren't ready for that, you know? Like, you can literally play through the entire game as a solo player super, super easy with no purchases. I mean, other than maybe some inventory space, but no additional heroes. And, like, completely blast all the way through the campaign. And through Chaos, you know, 1 easily. And then you play a little bit, and you get up to Chaos 7, and you go to try to break into Chaos 8, and you're at a little bit of a wall. The immediate fix for that is bring a friend, and then it becomes real easy. But if you don't want to bring a friend, then you have to grind Chaos 7 a little bit to get busted into Chaos 8. It's like the first starting grind point in the game. And then there's also player markets, which all of this stuff can all be skipped. And you can just blast through all this just through player markets if you grind gold. And if you don't spend your gold. Like, if you get to Chaos 7 and you've got yourself several, you know, even just, say, 3 or 4 million gold saved up, you are very, very easily going to have at least all of your main defenses upgraded to Chaos 8 before you ever do one map. Just through player shops. Oh, yeah. There's no doubt there. Assassins, I mean, unless you just want to do 100% an anti-assassin setup, and you're not playing the Barbarian, most characters are going to die, often, to Assassins. All right, 11 million more gold. Jesus, man. I did not think it was going to take this long. 50 mil is a lot farther away than it seems. I played too much on my main account where I was super, super wealthy. And, you know, because I was years and years and years and years into the game. Just that one save file. I think I played so much on that account, I'm just so used to rolling in the dough. And 50 million sounded like nothing to me. But I'm also just earning way more on that account too. I mean, I'll get almost 100,000 a day on that account just from truffles. I got so many pigs set up. Yeah, it's nowhere near the amount of crops. Like, on the default farm, if you completely fill it with crops, it's like almost 3,000 crops. And this is 1,500 between my greenhouse, the main farm, and Ginger Island, you know? So it's definitely a big difference in the number of crops. Yeah, at some point. Right now, I'm real comfortable doing it on the videos. I got to get to a point where I'm ready to sit here and have you all stare at me for 6 hours. I can't pick my nose anymore. You know? I mean, I guess when you look at it, it's not really that much. I'm making over 2 million a week, right? But damn. I really thought I was going to be done with this by now. What up, pigs? Get them truffles. So many blueberry or ancient fruit. Jeez. That's where I missed the Junimos too. It's been a lot of years since I manually did the farming like this. I don't know. I thought that the gold was going to work out differently. As far as like actual playing time to get it done, I don't know. I still got mixed emotions on whether or not it would be shorter with the Junimos. I think it would be shorter, but it'd be really boring. Ancient fruit is the highest earning crop without replanting. Ancient fruit doesn't make as much as the one fruit. I can't remember what the hell it's called. The gemberries or whatever. But you have to replant those. And the ancient fruit, you literally just do it January 1st and you don't do it again the rest of the year. Because it grows at all seasons except winter. So every January or every spring, first day of spring, it's 2 days of replanting. So I don't know. I think it's a pretty big quality of life. I'm sure some people enjoy the constant replanting and all that stuff more. A lot more active. But, I mean, that's the beauty of Stardew Valley, too. There's a whole lot of different ways to play it, you know? That's why it appeals to so many people, I think. I mean, it's a crazy diverse demographic for Stardew Valley players, you know? It goes from little kids to 80-year-old, 80-year-old, you know, it's crazy. But there's just, that's the deal. Like for me, what's always the most fun is trying to find a way to maximize the profits and, you know, make as much cash as I can. But to me, that's the funnest thing, is designing, you know, laying out your farm or whatever to try to make it produce the most amount of money. There's some stink right now with those guys. I don't know if any of y'all have followed any of the Stardew stink. But apparently the guy that helped them on 1.6 and did a lot of the work is not happy about how their deal worked out. I don't know who's in the right or who's in the wrong in the whole thing. I just saw it last night on Twitter. There was some talk about it. She doesn't. She actually can't stand it. I thought she was gonna love it. It's weird too. She plays this zoo game, and it's similar in the aspect of you have to go around every day and feed all the animals and worry about how much profit your little zoo park is making. It's got a lot of the same aspects of the game, but she hated the fact that she had to go and water every day. There's probably a mod for it, but as far as the game itself, the way you automate that is with Junimo huts. But like I said, I underestimated how long it was going to take me to get to 50 million gold, or I probably would have done it. And then, like right now, I'm sleeping through several days. When you have the place fully automated with Junimo huts, you can sleep an entire year. And the Junimos, well, actually, you got to give them time to harvest, I think. Like, they've got to have enough time out. Like, every harvest day, you would have to go stand out front of your house for 5 minutes or whatever until the Junimos were done harvesting. And then go back to sleep. You'd have to do that once a week. And besides that, you could sleep the entire year away. And I missed a bunch of them there, huh? That's what I do on my main playthrough. Like, I still got my original save file that's got all this hours dumped into it. I can show you it to you all if anyone's interested. But I've got, that's a 100% perfection playthrough. Like the legit way, without Joja. And, so I got a lot of hours dumped into that. And I've got golden chickens set up, but even the golden chickens are completely automated now. So, I mean, I could just burn days, years, weeks, you know, and then just pop back in and grab the income. But anyone that goes for perfection in the game the hard way, they are going to know all about that. Because, like, you're going to have to go through, like, an entire year in the game where you're just checking the TV during the day to look for the final recipes you need. You know, like, you'll go through an entire year just patching up that stuff. All right. Man, I just want to see 2 mil one time. Nope, it's not going to get there. We're going to be at the 1.5 mil every week for the big payday. I mean, we get the small ones as well. If I had it all going through to one day, doing? We gotta go till Saturday. The pig farm I had, you had to go out every day and pick up truffles. I had all the crops fully automated, but you would have to go out every day and pick up truffles. That farm... Oh shit, I forgot to go to Ginger Island. God damn it. Alright, well Ginger Island is now on Saturday. Alright, that's okay. It works out for the best. Now I don't have to deal with Thursdays. I could, but is it worth it when you have to buy it? Because I have to buy that stuff. Like when... The real thing, if I was going to invest right now, it would be to invest in more jam and winemakers is where the most money would come from. Because I'm switched over to artisan goods now. So the more I can craft, the better off I'll be. But yeah, I mean, if I could make that stuff... The problem with it is... I'm pretty sure the fertilizer only affects the first crop. So you'd have to re-fertilize the entire field every week to fully optimize it. There's actually a mod for that to make the Junimos do it. Do some mining. Mining is the least profitable thing in the game. And right now it's all about that, you know, getting the cash. I mean, I'm only 7 million away from completing it right now. So I'm getting really close, you know? I said about this time on the last stream that I thought I could get it done on that stream, which ended up not being realistic. But I'm very, very confident I can get it done here today. If I quit doing this shit and forgetting about crops anyway, I'm going to make it take even longer. But as long as I don't do that anymore, I should have it pretty quick. Too much derp is never a good thing, you know? I've had my fair share of it this morning. I don't know if any of y'all watched that DD2 video I posted up today, but I recorded the first 10 minutes of the video with my microphone muted. And I didn't realize I hit a hotkey that had muted my microphone, and then I hit it again and didn't even realize it. And the commentary is muted, so I edited all that out. That's how I started my day. Not enough coffee. So hopefully the derps are at their end for the day. Are you still going on this PoE League, SciTech? I need to jump back into that, but I think the only thing that's going to save the league for me right now is re-rolling. I'm just not enjoying the Necro as much as I thought I was gonna. Even for an SRS build, I like the SRS Guardian more. Having fun with your RF? I should quit even messing around in every league. Just start right out of the gates. Start RF or start with a Cyclone build. Because I know that those two builds I'm more than willing to grind the most amount of time on. just because I enjoy the play, you know, the dashing around, burning up enemies with RF or spinning your way through maps. RF Chieftain was super smooth. You switch to RF really early on the Chieftain too, don't you? Like you get to start playing RF like almost right away. I know. That's part of the problem. And I mean, I appreciate that it got delayed, and I would rather have a better game, you know, for sure. But I was really looking forward to playing that this summer. So I was pretty bummed when it got moved back to the end of the year. But it'll make for a good holiday season, hopefully. At the end of this year. We'll have some PoE 2 to play. I'm going to play this upcoming Diablo 3 season, but this Friday the new season starts. But in all reality, I could probably pretty realistically be entirely done with the season by Saturday. It's a barbarian starter set too, the Wasteland set, which is my second favorite set in the game to play. So, yeah. Now, did I do the greenhouse or did I derp on the greenhouse too? It was bugged. There was a bug with the redemptions, so... He said that he's got it fixed already. He was going to try to get an update out today on PC. But there, I don't know what the deal was, but there was something going on with the daily redemptions. There was probably some major exploits or whatever mixed in with it somewhere. Chapter 2, you swap right to RF, huh? That's crazy. Is it effective that early? Like, can you focus it, or are you still throwing a lot of rolling magmas and flame walls and everything? So what? Now I go all the way till Wednesday. Yeah. 3.2. When do you switch to Fire Trap? Do you switch to Fire Trap before the end of the campaign? God dang it. I'm like, where'd all the crops? Only Monday. I don't know. I really kind of want to play another Cyclone build. I wish Cyclone builds weren't so shitty. Like, there's a few people that have posted builds up right now on YouTube, like within the last week or whatever, like smaller PoE content creators. So they've posted up some Cyclone builds, and like they're really, really stoked that they're at 1,000,000 DPS. And it's like, man, SRS, I was at 1,000,000 DPS, like at the end of the campaign. You know? 1,000,000 just seems real low to me. I mean, RF, a well-built RF is still going to get, what, 3 to 5 million or whatever? Like, once you're fully invested into it? How is the survivability with RF, or with the Chieftain? Does it feel as good as it did with... I mean, you definitely notice a difference between the Juggernaut and the Inquisitor when those were the main choices. But on the Inquisitor, you got slightly more power. And then the Juggernaut, of course, was a good bit tankier. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I got a bunch of DD2 grind I want to do. There's the Diablo 3 season starting, so I might just keep plugging along on my SRS and just do some blight maps or whatever. I always enjoy doing the blight maps. Even if I'm not into the... Well, particularly if I'm not really getting into the league mechanic. The tower defense thing is pretty fun for me, even though it's so... I mean, once you understand the system, you just own every map. And it, you know, it's not a whole lot of effort, but it's still some loot-based tower defense, you know? I love it. Like I said, I enjoy it quite a bit. It completely kicked last season, man, or last league. The league mechanic was so good. Now, I eventually ended up going into a real tanky Magic Find build and doing what everybody else was doing with the Abyss farming. But at the start of the league, everyone was doing the Magic Find stuff. And, like, a Tainted Oil was selling for, like, 3 divines. So... I mean, shit, I made 100 divines before I even started messing with the league mechanic last league. Through Blight, and that was awesome. They've confirmed that Blight is going to be in PoE too. So I'm hoping it's maybe a revitalized version. But I do enjoy it. Even the current version, I do enjoy it. So I can't complain. I enjoy just mapping too, you know. I'm good with just doing that. And that was one of the great things last league is, you know, you could, that's how you did it. Heavily juice mapping with a bunch of wisps, and you made an assload, you know. The Cyclone builds are so crazy compared to Cyclone builds in other games, too, in PoE. I wish that they were just a little bit better, man. Like, you can get them really, really powerful, but it costs so much. That league that the Nimbus came out into the game, I had a pretty beast cast on crit Cyclone build going by the end of the league. With Nimbus and Ice Spears, and that was ridiculous. But I bet I spent 250 to 300 divines on it. Overall. And how did I get all those divines? Well, it's because I started RF. And I enjoyed the shit out of it. And I grinded like crazy. So yeah, these seasons where I don't start as a build that I really enjoy just because it's faster at the beginning never end up being as long of leagues for me. I need to learn my lesson on that. So much stuff. Alright, I think that's everything. Double check the crops. And we got a bunch of truffles too. Go piggies, go. Still going to be 1.5. Yeah, 1.6. Got over the hump with the 50K in truffles. Oh shit. I am not going to get there, y'all. Oh no. I just realized there's not enough time. Wow, this is going to go to year 5. Yeah, I got fruit in the greenhouse, though. So I'll be good there. Yeah, I'll have enough seeds to replant. But I'm going to have to quit the selling right now. And just go into seed making. And it sucks, too. I pulled all my seed makers already. God dang it. That sucks. It's not Saturday. God, I was so convinced I had it all figured out. I'm only 5 million away, too. Damn. Wow. God, this sucks. Like I said, I really thought I had it all figured out. I actually may end up... Man, it's a tough call right now. I might actually be able to make it. Wow, do I take the big risk? How many seeds do I have? Let me see. Because remember, the greenhouse and Ginger Island are going to keep producing. I've got 1,500. I've got enough to plant the field anyway already. So, thank God. So, yeah, I'm good there. I can go ahead and continue to dump this stuff. I mean, I could make another 500 or whatever just from the Ginger Island harvest. Oh, wow, I didn't have enough. That's all right. Wow. So the greenhouse is just barely enough. But you lose a big part of your payday from Saturday. God, it sucks having to do that whole goddamn field again, though. Oh, man. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't do it. Because now that I think about it, I'll probably be completed just from the greenhouse in Ginger Island before the field will even regrow. So I think what I do is I keep Ginger Island in the greenhouse making money. And I sell everything I have. I mean, I got like hundreds of iridium bars. And we go out in style. We have no longer have any possessions. But we are wealthy beyond our wildest dreams. The Scorched Earth strategy, oh yeah. I mean, shit, I could really take that over the edge if it's close and even, like, rip the sprinklers out of the ground and sell them. Yeah, so if I have to, man, I will do it. I will tear this mofo down. Tear it all down. Now, the Joja guy better meet me up there. Is the Joja guy going to be at the top of the... at the top of the peak for the cutscene? Since I'm unmarried and full Joja route all the way through? You would think. When I do that and I'm still 100K short, oh man, you know it's going to happen. If I do it and I'm 100K short, you know what I'll do? I'll go fishing for the last 100K. That's what I'm talking about. Do I save them? No, I'm scrapping them. And let's start taking this over the edge here. Oh, no, I only got 21 of those. I used them all making those sprinklers. I got lots of ore and stuff, though. I'll keep the coal, just in case. It's out. It's all out. How much do you think I'm gonna make? I'll save that stuff too. I mean, I'm not gonna get anything for 900 sap, am I? All right, let's see what this turns into. It's the garage sale of all garage sales. There is no garage sale greater than this one. You can have all the things. Oh, you know what? Let me just really be over the edge. Oh, it won't take the seed makers. I was like, let me really be over the edge and sell my seed maker too. Yeah, I probably would have gotten more for opening the geodes. Not bad. Not bad. 840. Oh, shit. I can't sell the ancient fruit now. Well, I'm going to miss one turn. I only need 4 million more gold. So now... We're doing it, y'all. We're doing it. We're risking everything. Sorry, little IHOPs. It is time for you to make the ultimate sacrifice. Farewell. Sinbad, it's been good. Show, oh poor Show. You never gave me any offspring anyway, Show. Same thing with you, Highwell. Aramir Jr., though. That Aramir Jr. You're out. Along with your pops. SciTech. 15K. I'm underselling you, SciTech. That's premium bacon there. We know this. Uzar. And last but not least, Zeb. I'm at this is a full corporate playthrough, Tawny Man, and I've got to make 39 million gold, basically. And I'm at 35 million. So I'm basically just trying to liquidate literally everything I can just to make some gold. But with 39 million gold, I can sell my soul fully to Joja and achieve 100% perfection with this save. So that is the end goal. Burn it all down. Man, so much work. You know what I need? Bombs. Yeah, I already did the whole field. God, that is such a missed opportunity. How did I not go buy 1,000 bombs and blow everything up? I mean, that would have been the right thing to do. Oh my God, I'm so disappointed in myself. Rare crows, we don't care. You're out. God, I'm so upset that I didn't take the bomb route. That would have been so much the way to go. Oh, we can't sell the rare crow. Oh, dang, I can't sell regular scarecrows either. All right. Do we take the ultimate risk and sell the ancient seeds? Yes. We're doing it all. I don't think it will let me sell. It might let me sell that pot too. Let's see. Nope, can't sell the pot. You know that's going to be exactly what happens. See what we got. Oh, that was only 100,000? Really? Wow. Now, it was 200 or 300,000 just in pigs, I think, so. Tuesday. Did I forget to... Oh, man, I got these off a day now, too. Boy, I have got all kinds of derp going on here. I got nothing to throw in there. Oh, it's because I normally would have done it on Wednesday, but all my field is gone now. There is no Wednesday anymore. A strange sound was heard in the night. Oh no. Another 167,000. Man, I even, at least I got a freezer full of bacon. I can look at it that way. I got me a freezer full of bacon. That is a certainty. All right, we can't go over to Ginger Island yet. I'm gonna have to... I got those things all derped up now, the timing on them. But the crops are only on Saturdays. And then that's the wine day as well. Or, no, I gotta plant all this. That's right. So no, it's good. It's still Saturday, Wednesday. I have to go to Ginger Island before I can feed all the wine. Yeah, let me just head over there. You know it's bad when you're looting the oak resin to sell it. It's desperate times when it has come to that. That one shell is probably worth more than all that resin. Getting all weedy all over the Ginger Island here, huh? Haven't gone over that way in so long. Left a fruit by the bridge. Yeah, it did, huh? Can you sell your barn? I don't think you can sell your barn. Gonna be slow rolling for this last 4 million though, or 3.5 million. But I wouldn't, even if I would replant the entire field and I wouldn't have sold all that stuff, my first ancient fruit harvest wouldn't have been until the second or the third day of the summer. And there's just no way it's going to take me that long to come up with 3.5 million, you know? I mean, this is going to be more than 1 million, isn't it? Or close to it anyway? Just for this one day without even having anything but Ginger Island. I need to start going over to Ginger Island first, though, and not using my gold and silver fruit to fill the barrels. That's just throwing money away. And it's going to be so close, you know? I missed 2 kegs in the last room. I believe it. I see that one I missed right there. Oh no, there's another one. Oh, there's one. Like that. Top row. Not seeing it. Oh, there it is. There it is. I see it. Yeah, I need to go over there first, because then I'll have a ton of silver and gold fruit to sell. So I need to keep. 35 is not enough to handle those kegs, is it? I'll keep 100 of them, the silver ones. So it looks like I'm not going to be producing enough of the non-quality fruit to even cover what I've got going here. Nope, 800K. Not quite 1 million. Still pretty good haul, though. Oh, I forgot the oak resin, yep. If it's not money, don't send it to me. All right, so it looks like I need about 100 fruit left over. Just say 150 each time for the transition. I guess I could just see how many it is, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13. That's 26. That's what? 100 and 108 or no? 26, 104. And then another 26. That's 130 I need. You know what? Screw it. I'm going all in, all in. They're going to let me sell that. 300 hardwood. Maybe that'll be something. Oh, I don't have animals anymore, so I don't need to keep the hay. I'm pretty sure. Is it going to let me sell any of this stuff? I'm not certain it will. Let's see. Nah, hardly none of it. All of that is unsellable. Let's see, where are we going to be? Oh, that's not that much. 222K. Oh, I forgot the barn. Can you sell the barn? I'm not even sure if you can sell it or if you get anything back. I think you can destroy it, or I know you can get rid of it. I'm not sure if you get anything back for it. They've been real aggressive with the ads. Could sell the whole farm and move into a van down by the river. Oh man, if it was possible. Oh, I forgot these sprinklers. Man, you know it's desperate times when we're grabbing shells. I'm just trying to avoid that 100K deficit. Man, the fast travel would have been such a nice quality of life purchase. The first week of spring. Well, I mean, so yeah, that means it's going to work out right with not bothering to replant, because I'd be several million. Well, I'd probably be 1,000,000 gold shy if I would have made seeds. Gonna be tight. Gonna be tight. The forageable's gonna do it? Oh man, that'd be awesome. Yeah, there's definitely, I'm gonna have to eat up probably all of the silver just to keep this stuff going. So I'm only gonna be able to sell the gold star crops. But, I mean, that just works out to be the most money, so. Shoot, I don't even think I'm gonna have enough silver ones. I think I just needed a few more crops. I could have got that on Ginger Island, because I didn't do like the other side of the river or anything. It's not a lot, but it would have been an extra 100 or whatever fruit every harvest, you know? I mean, I'll have enough where I won't have to use any of the gold ones, sure, but it's going to be tight. I just need to not even do this top row either until I've done the row underneath of it. This is where the coffee makes a big difference, because you just run back and forth down these rows so much quicker. You can just spam back and forth down each row twice, and it's so fast. All right, we're into the silver. Right, hopefully I didn't miss too many. So, I said I need 150, right, for the Wednesday jam. I got 196 silver, so we'll just save all of those, and then we'll dump the leftovers on Wednesday. I know, it's the weirdest thing. I mean, I think something had to have changed with it. So close, just couldn't hit that million mark. God dang it. No, you have to age the wine to make it iridium level. But regular wine sells for more than a gold fruit, you know? If you age it in those barrels that you get down in the cellar, if you improve the house, it takes a long time. There are winter seeds that can grow, but they give you the wild forageables. So it's not super profitable to do it. But what it does do is it keeps you having income through the winter, even though it's not huge. And then it also makes it so when the spring rolls around, you don't have to till any land. So it's pretty good to do. Oh man, it's cutting it so close now. Like 1.2 million. I think next Wednesday. Oh, it's going to be so close. I hope it's not 100,000 short. But it is going to be real close. Oop, that's right. I don't have any crops in the field. Oops. This is going to be uncomfortably close. This may be my last trip to Ginger Island, though. So do I tear the sprinklers out? So don't tear the sprinklers out? I tell you what, when you blow up crops, does it destroy the crops or does it harvest them? I was gonna say, for a big last hurrah over here, we'll blow it all up. Yeah, see, I was thinking I was at 3. I was thinking I was closer. I mean, it would only cost me 100,000 in bombs. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. I just don't know if it's going to destroy the field is the only thing. I guess I could blow one up and test it before I go crazy with it. And if it destroys the crops, then I'll yoink all the crops first and then blow it all up. I did yoink these already, right? Yeah. Oh, wow. They're really aggressive with that stuff. I didn't realize it was that much, though. Holy crap. All right. So that should put me at 3.8 and change. But let's go buy bombs and see where we're at. I probably had bombs. I don't think I had that many though. How many bombs is it going to take to decimate Ginger Island? Should I just do mega bombs? Hey, might as well do mega bombs. Screw it. Is 180 enough? That's a lot. Is 180 enough? Jesus, you could probably do that whole place with 25. All right, where are we going to be? Oh, still a big haul. Even after spending all that. Oop. Wednesday. Whatever, bookseller. We want none of your hack books. Please be money. No. Oh man, I missed a bunch of them, huh? Holy crap, look at all the woods I missed. Yeah, 90s primetime TV. I don't miss all those ads. Even like we or my wife and mother-in-law watch a few shows on Paramount Plus, and we got the with ads plan. And even with them, it's not too bad. It doesn't seem like it. Holy crap, man. 131,000 away. Or we're 1.3 million away. No, I only need 39 million. Or what? I'm 305,000 away. Derp. Yeah, I got one more harvest. It's just a matter of the question now is, do bombs destroy crops? We've moved on to the true end game question. Oh yeah, just sell the wine and jam. But then I wouldn't get to blow up Ginger Island, so I mean, I feel like it's pretty important to blow Ginger Island up at this point. This will be a huge payday. I'll be way over. Not reinvesting any of the crops. You can keep your damn tree sap. All right, here goes. Let's find out. Oh, weird. It doesn't let you place it right there because there's no space to place it on. Oh, it does destroy crops. I didn't see any fruit there. Okay, well that resolves that question. Or do we just send all this fruit packing too? Screw it. Boom, I accidentally harvested one last one. Ooh, I better watch my health. I'm gonna eat the ancient fruit. Oh, you can't eat the ancient fruit? Alright, we only got a couple more spots. Hey, we may not have any fruit to harvest, but we got trees, flooring. And you know what? Let's do it right. Oop, I gotta sell this stuff. I'm gonna say let's do it right and retire right here on the beach. There we go. And 281 worth of wood. That was not worth it. Yet worth it all at the same time. All right, and now we play the how do you spend 4 years worth of gold income in 2 minutes. Let me check and see exactly where I'm at again. I'm pretty sure it's still going to be the same. Oh, it actually went up. Shit. I could have came over here last time. I didn't realize it had gone up. So now I need 76%, which is only 38 million. So now I got an extra million left over. The old retirement fund. Oh, it's going to go so quick, let me tell you. We will use our scythe no more. If any weed stands in the way, it gets the mega bomb. Thank God there are weeds in the way. Just for good measure. We're going to blow up all your friends as well. The shrooms, however, are safe. And here we go. I did get your letter, homie. I am all about it. Let's spend that money. Now, is there going to be a quick way to click through this? Jeez. Yeah, there's a lot of clicking. It would be awesome if he had a 10 waiver deal for 5 million, you know? Watch me end up being like 1% short or something, and there's some kind of bad calculation with Mr. Key's room. Oh man, that's gonna suck so bad. Clickbait video of the century. How to take your 24% Stardew Valley playthrough to perfection in under 120 seconds. Good Lord. There's probably a way to skip some of the dialogue to make this a little quicker, but I just don't know what that is. Oh, the money goes so quick. Holy crap. It's just been scrolling down this whole time, huh? Oops. Made it that far without clicking the wrong button. All right, and the he indicates I'm there. I don't think he would even sell me another one if I... Yeah, now he whistles to you. He's got all your money. But now... we can go back to the main farm, go to bed, and when we wake up in the morning, the way to the summit should be unlocked. What's up, Willie? I wonder what happens if you try to blow up the town folk. Is there a dialogue for that at all, I wonder? Oh, let's go Zerg Pam at the bus stop. Pam's about to get mugged at the bus stop. Oh, shit. She's one tough old broad, let me tell you. Guess I got nothing really left to blow up. And officially out of bombs. I think this should be a normal thing at the end of every playthrough. Why on earth would you not blow it all up? You know? See if Mr. Joja is going to be up there, or Morris. 3,700. You destroy all that and you only make 3,700. Oh my gosh. You feel it in your heart somewhere, somehow. Grandpa is beaming with pride. The legacy of Capitalist Farm is eternal. We got a parrot celebration. Now we just got to go see who's going to greet us at the summit. These changes to the game, I mean, to be able to do a full Joja and do so much in the game, I mean, it would have taken you like 50 years before, I bet. Because there had been so much RNG involved. Oh, it would have taken you longer than that. It would have been impossible to complete. I think it would have been completely impossible to complete. Who awaits? Morris. What's good, Morris? My favorite Joja member. I bet. I just sold out this whole town. I hope I'm your favorite. You know, when I was first assigned to this location over 5 years ago, I considered it a step back in my career. But now I am a multi-millionaire. What self-respecting Joja manager would want to preside over a tiny backwater location like Pelican Town? It's good shit here in Pelican Town there, Mr. Morris. But I have to say, this valley has really grown on me over the years. Working here has opened my eyes to a different way of life. What? It's hard to say this, but it's been a humbling experience. What is Morris turning into a good guy? He gonna be hugging trees here? I just want to say, Juice, I appreciate all the hard work you've done for Joja Company. Our strength comes from our members, and you've shown exemplary drive and ingenuity. Makes me proud to work for this company. Morris, I bet, didn't get a penny. It all went to somebody else. Morris is probably a broke ass right now, too. Well, there we go, y'all. What was that? Was that 4 years? I think it could be done in 3. Actually, if you fully optimized and you knew exactly what you were doing at every step, I bet you somebody will end up doing it in 2. But you would have to like fully optimize everything. Here's all the neighbors that I refuse to meet the entire playthrough. Abigail is the only one. I was good to the doggo. All the animals that were sacrificed in the making of this playthrough. Actually, I never even did a golden chicken. I never did a void chicken or blue chicken either. I didn't do half of this stuff. Good lord, is this all the stuff? My beach house has ostriches on it. Oh, it's just going to go through every item in the game. All right, I'm going to skip it. But there we go. That is it. Game over. We made it to the summit. I thought it was going to be way quicker than that. I never really like mathed it out or anything. It actually really caught me off guard when reality hit, and I knew I was going to have to go to the 4th year. And I really thought, oh, I'm going to be rolling in it. I'm going to be making so much. But the problem is I always compared all the playthroughs to. Oh, I better go sleep. Oh my God. Could you imagine not saving? Well, it's the morning anyway. It doesn't even matter. But like my main farm, it's on year 13. And you just can't compare something like this to that, you know? You got a full basement of iridium quality wine. That's massive cash right there. Well, let's look. I don't have this optimized. I never realized that. I could fit a lot more kegs down here. Or a lot more of the aging barrels. What? Because I could go 2, skip a line. Then 2, skip a line. Yeah, so I could fit 2 more entire rows of these barrels in here. But we look at my farm, you know, it's all fully automated. I don't have to harvest any of this. The only thing I ever have to harvest is in the greenhouse itself. Like, I've got to go through and harvest all this stuff. I wonder what this one is making on harvest day. I'm going to look real quick. I'm not going to bother getting all the cheap stuff, though. And then all of these coops are full of golden chickens. So it's all automated. Looks like I'm out of hay. They haven't been eaten in a while. You just come grab the golden eggs out of here, and it's all done for you. You do have to go to each coop and actually grab the eggs. I'm not going to bother going through everything, but you guys get the gist of it. This is like, I don't know, a 3 million, 4 million gold harvest day. And that's just here. You know? And then if I go over to, like, Ginger Island. Oops, that's the desert. It's alright. Because I can just port right back home. Ginger Island's over here. Thanks for following there, Lola. And this is all full of fairy rose honey, which is the most profitable honey. So, I mean, it's just a lot of money, you know? And I've got every spot where you could put honey down on the entire island. God, it took me so long to do all this. Like, if you can place honey down, it's got honey down. You know? But you can't compare a brand new playthrough to this kind of revenue generation. You know, it's just so much gold. And that's where the struggle was. Is I was comparing, you know. I mean, just this stuff alone is thousands in a day, you know. And then you just come over to your Junimo huts after the fields are all clear. And all your crops are all sitting there waiting for you. And as you see, I haven't collected it in a long, long time. But, yeah. But anyway, y'all, I guess that is going to get it for me for today. Actually, perfect timing. Right at 5 o'clock. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to do a little DD2. I want to try out an Ancient Power reset with the new character. The aquarium. And see how that goes. And then maybe a little PoE, maybe a little Diablo 3 this weekend. That's what's on the upcoming agenda here. But anyway, thanks a ton, everybody. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful start to their week. And I will see you all tomorrow. Take it easy, y'all.